You have just unlocked the door to the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension, a dimension of sound and of sight. You are moving into a land of both shadow and substance, of offense and defense. You have just crossed over into the Irish Bill Sports Zone.
Irish Bill Sports broadcast of Navarre Raider football. Here's your host and the voice of Raider Nation, Irish Bill. And here come the Raiders.
Welcome to another year of Navarre Raider football. This is Irish Bill with my good friend, my long-lost brother, Seminole Bob. Welcome, Bob.
I'm about to say good morning. 9 months. It's like we're delivering a baby again here.
Isn't it grand?
It is. Football's
not a piano, because we could not have got a piano up these stairs from where we're doing the game tonight. No. But I want to thank Coach Richard LeBounty for allowing us to come over and do the game tonight here from on top of Gorecki Lebeau Stadium on the campus of Catholic High. It's the Navarre Raiders and the Catholic Crusaders, a matchup that goes all the way back to 1998, the first year of the Raider program, where Navarre had their longest game in Raider history. As they faced off with Catholic, it went 5 overtimes, and the Raiders won 41-40 in 5 overtimes. It was their second win in the Raiders' long program, and now approaching 26 years.
Amazing. We went overtime last year, I believe.
Yep, 34-27 last year over at Navarre. I think we had a little bit of weather, not too much.
Right.
But there was another. But I tell you, this is a beautiful night. Catholic, highly touted, not just in the area of the Panhandle, but in the whole state of Florida. A team with 9 Division I players on it. Navarre has their hands full, coming in 1 returning starter on offense, but they do have 9 coming back on defense. They're replacing all their special teams, their kicker and their punter. And I guess you kind of, when you have a new beginning, as they do under Coach Garrett Bagley in his first year, his very first game, let's start fresh.
You know, absolutely. I mean, this is a year of new beginnings, you know, with Coach Bagley taking over and lots of transfers and roster changes, you know, and the like. You can thank the Florida High School Activity Association for allowing that. You can't blame the kids who choose to do that, because the rules are the rules. Now, I did notice something that the NCAA is doing. It, I think today, removed, I think, the spring transfer portal, so it's going to have 1 less portal. I wonder if it's going to trickle down to the high schools around the country. And speaking of new beginnings, how about IMG Academy, Bill, losing on the road?
They blow a 28-14 halftime lead, and they come back. They take the lead. IMG scores late, like 3 minutes to go, and decides to go for 2. And Corner Canyon stopped them, and they prevailed 35-34. Those of you not familiar where Corner Canyon is in Utah, so a long trip for IMG Academy. And you're going to say, well, who's gone there? Well, the starting quarterback for Ole Miss this year and the last year is Jackson Dart, played at Corner Canyon. And they're no slouch. They've won like 5 of the last 6 state titles in Utah in their classification. So that is only IMG's 3rd loss in the last three seasons.
We have some Northwest Florida teams play IMG regularly.
The Pine Forest went down. Yep. Got the opportunity to go down and play down in Bradenton last year. It was rather lopsided, but it was a great experience for Coach Carter in his first year over there with the Pine Forest Eagles. They're squaring off over at Pensacola High tonight. I believe they kicked off at 7.
Right.
But once again, we want to thank our sponsors. You know what? We wouldn't be here without them. And we're glad that you're out there, because we'd be just talking to nobody. But anyways, we want to go back to our sponsors. Culver's back again. Randy and Honey Smith, thank you. We'll be doing our Tuesday night show at 8 o'clock starting next Tuesday.
Yep.
Navarre Fitness, a new one coming aboard this year. They replaced what used to be the old Navarre, not Welcome Center, but kind of a meeting center, a conference center.
Right.
Navarre Fitness is in there. I want to thank the staff there for coming aboard. My good friend Marty Wilson, I'm working out with, training every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. His son Josh, starting safety and starting running back for the Raiders. We're going to move on down to Express. Express back once again. The lovely president. She wants to be called the director now. No longer the producer. She wants to be the director.
Not the producer, the director.
My wife of 34 years, Brenda Kay, and Express Employment Professionals, University Lending Group back again. Thank you over there at the University Lending Group. The Navarre Raider Quarterback Club. Thank you. My good friend Roger Casanova down in Travis County, Texas, is joining our broadcast this year with his company Hustle Hard USA. It's a design company, and then Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah,
we'll be back at Buffalo Wild Wings starting next Wednesday night at 8 o'clock, where we'll welcome Coach Bagley. We'll see how that goes. Last year we had Coach Walls every week and a couple of the assistant coaches, but and we even, I think, had Coach Bagley on once or twice last year as well. But he'll be coming in as the head coach now, and we'll look forward to those shows starting up next week. This is a contrast of where these two teams are coming from. Navarre comes in with 95% of their offense out the door. Catholic comes in with 95% of their offense still there. Two D1 running backs with C.J. Nettles and Nigel Nelson. Ryan Huff at quarterback. 2 or 3 defensive linemen to have D1 offers already. This team is loaded for this 24 season. Navarre comes in, 1 returning starter on offense, 9 on defense. So the bread and butter early for the Raiders they'll have to rely on their defense, Bob.
Yeah, most certainly. You and I made the trek down Highway 98 once again.
Just down the road.
Just down the road, just right around the corner. And watched Pensacola High and the Jamboree. Offense was a little spotty. I mean, you expect it in preseason. You get to hit somebody else other than, tackling dummies type thing. Second half, the junior varsity and backups played pretty well, I thought, against
defense
the backups.
Looked really good.
Yeah,
JV,
they
6-0.
And and we had the heart and soul of the defense out. Vinny Villanova, he had suffered an injury at practice, and as a precaution, they held him out of that game. Vinny will be here tonight. He is the long snapper, I believe, as well as the middle linebacker. And so you'll be hearing his name called a lot as Navarre has switched to a 5-2-4 Bill
4-2-5.
I'm sorry?
4-2-5.
4-2-5.
Yeah.
I got my numbers backwards. And it's something that, some observers have said, well, we stuck with the 3-4 all these years, and, it's great against the pass, not against the run. We don't get penetration. So tonight you'll see the 4-3 for the first time in the regular season. And, they have a very seasoned defense, Bill. I know they have Marquez White, who's a junior, Bryce Wheeler, who's a sophomore, but the rest are all seniors. Josh Wilson, Cooper Black, Andre Spence, Vinny Villanova,
Easy Gasca. One of my favorites.
Chikari Thomas, who
transfers in from Michigan.
3.5 Bills.
He does.
At nose tackle, Braxton Barr. God,
Will Payton will fill in there as well.
Yep. Just really lunch bucket folks. And Josh Wilson going to play a hybrid, going to play mostly safety, but he played linebacker last year. So really excited about Navarre's defense. The offense is going to grow. Very young. Rowan Marshall takes over from Hunter Feaster, but you got some speed in the backfield. I mean, just Andre Spence, Josh Wilson, and a sophomore, Keegan Gilbert, and I think he's another transfer in. So we expect possibility of a running game from Navarre.
I want to thank those already checking in on the YouTube live chat. Remember, the rules are keep it clean. That's the rules that we have to abide by being on YouTube. So please keep them clean tonight and throughout the season. And we got Ghouls. Looks like Ghouls Jack checking in. He said we also got Ghouls Z checking in. When you see number 54 in Navarre, can you zoom in? I saw him in the UK. Really? Okay.
Sean Griffin, defensive lineman. Nope. Sean Griffin plays for Catholic. So
that's correct. We're talking Austin Hopper. Offensively. He's getting a start tonight.
Are they twins?
They're different. Their build is a little bit different.
Brody's a sophomore wide receiver, number 30.
Yeah, and I'm not sure. I guess we'll learn that as the season goes on.
Austin is also a sophomore, 54. So welcome to the Hoppers.
Well, they're at the midfield. You have the athletic directors all together talking with the white hat here at Catholic. I guess going over maybe some of the ground rules or how we're going to do things tonight.
Yeah, it's a TV game. Channel 3's here. I've never seen this, but I like it. They're meeting with security and EMTs.
Tim Keene checking in already. Thanks, Tim. Hey, Deborah, I'm not going to say it. You're going to try to get me to say it. I'm not going to say it. You know what she's going to tell me, asking me to say.
Well, Roll Tide. Did you see what the new coach did to Coach Saban's office?
Yeah, he said, get all that stuff, get all that junk out of here.
He said it was like visiting his grandmother's house. Oh, my gosh. Speaking of Nick Saban, he was at FSU's practice the other day before they left for
Deborah is an Alabama fan. I will say that. She's an Alabama fan. So we got a lot of Alabama fans around these parts. And
she supports us in postseason.
But I tell you, we appreciate Deborah because without her, we couldn't have done the broadcast last year in the playoffs. So thank you, Deborah, for helping us out and helping out Navarre Raider football here on IrishBillSports.com and Irish Bill Sports Live on YouTube. As you can see in the bottom right-hand corner, I have added a scoreboard. If you need it a little bit bigger, let me know, or if I need to adjust it at all. This is the first game that we're using the scoreboard. I got the request last year to have a scoreboard, and I found one free of charge, and it's on keepingthescore.com. And also got another new feature tonight on our shows on Tuesday and Wednesday. You'll be able to call in to the show on Tuesday and Wednesday nights. So we're going to be trying that feature out next week as we have engaged with Google Voice. So hopefully we'll be able to get that working right next week. And I'm sure Joe Settle will probably be the first one that calls in. Our good friend Joe. He's the pick wizard.
The pick wizard. And, we don't know where the sales are, the best sales on toilet tissue. Don't call about sales. I had a call one time at the YMCA. Hey, where's the best place to get toilet paper?
Okay, we got Austin's dad turning in from England.
All right.
So thank you for checking in. What's your first name so I don't have to keep calling you Austin's dad?
Mr.
Because I know we have a couple Austins probably on this team.
Yeah.
Maybe. Maybe not. Actually, we only have one. But anyways, actually two. Austin O'Brien and Austin Hopper.
Yeah.
Does it look good, Deborah, the scoreboard? Well, we go with the pregame at 7. Kickoff slated for 7:30. So we're about 16 minutes out. So we're going to go ahead and take a break and hear from our sponsors here This Irish Bill was Seminole Bob Riley on the camera once again this year. We thank Riley for stepping in again this year. He's a student at Navarre High helping us out, getting some good volunteer time.
Raider
Riley. And we're going to go ahead and hear some new commercials on Navarre Raider football on irishmillsports.com.
Navarre Fitness is where old school meets new. Whether you're into free weights or the latest and greatest weightlifting equipment, they will meet your needs. They have cardio machines as well if you want to get your sweat on. Whatever direction you decide to go, trainers Clay Horton, Brick Grubbs, Andrew Coase, and Stephanie Hunt will be there to assist you along the way. So what are you waiting for? Oh yeah, how do I join? Just go to navarrefitness.net and check out our rates or call us at 850-816-5434. You can even stop by our location at 8700B Navarre Parkway in Navarre. You can also visit our sister gym, Midway Fitness, at 5660 Gulf Breeze Parkway, Unit 1. Both facilities are open 24/7. We are the place to go to get you started on the road to a better you. The Hustle isn't named after anyone. Not after a designer, definitely not after a mythological god. It's not about stripes or ranking or status. The Hustle is real. The Hustle is about you. So keep in mind when you're repping and rocking Hustle Hard USA streetwear, you can tell all the onlookers that this mark, this brand represents your hustle, your grind. You put in that time, that sweat, that pain. Now it's up to you to show them all what you got. Win or lose, the hustle is real. Go to www.hustlehardusa.com, and I can guarantee you will not be disappointed.
Irish Bill Sports broadcast of Navarre Raider football. Here's your host and the voice of Raider Nation, Irish Bill. And here come the Raiders.
Welcome back to Catholic High School. Raiders on the road tonight in Pensacola, just off W Street here. Short trip down the road, about a 40-minute drive from Navarre, and we are on top of the press box. Our favorite place is being up on the roof, isn't it, Bob?
It is. We'll be there next week.
Our first home game next Friday night. We'll be hosting the Choctaw Indians. So the colors won't change much on the teams because they're both kind of wear the same type of green, maybe a little bit difference in contrast. But I want to thank guys, everybody checking in already. Jackson Spalla, one of the big bubbas, checking in from Maryville tonight. James and Shelby Pritchett says, let's go Vinny. Villanova and Cooper Black. From the UK, it's 1:16 in the morning. I know it. I have a buddy of mine that lives in Sweden that's been following our broadcast for about 5 or 6, maybe 7 years, and he checks in. So it's about the same time over there as well. Mark Smokin again checked in. Tennessee Shanky says, go Vols. I will say that, Shanky. Mark Smokin again says, cheers to another year, Irish Bill, and go Raiders. Mark and Jennifer. Jamelia Miller checking in from Roswell, New Mexico, cheering on Jordan Garner, number 6 in the Navarre Raiders. Jamila Mom and Mike Stepdad, welcome to the broadcast. We are about 10 minutes, 11 minutes from kickoff here on this. It's turning out to be a beautiful Friday night here in the Panhandle of Florida.
Yeah, I didn't know whether to wear shorts or jeans, and it was cool walking.
Well, brother, you look good no matter what you wear.
Oh, man. I saw you in those Navarre fitness ads, and I was really, you're my idol now. I saw you.
Come on. I have never really lifted weights in my life. This is the first. I want to thank Marty Wilson once again for working with this old guy, trying to get him in shape.
You're more of a cardio guy.
I'm more of a cardio guy, but he's working on getting my upper body and working on getting my injured, repaired knee back into shape. So thank you, Marty. and a thank you to the staff at Navarre Fitness.
We needed it tonight, climbing the ladder to get on the roof.
You know, wasn't even breathing hard, so it must be working. You think?
Absolutely. You look great, man. Look at those pipes. Oh my God. I'm not worthy.
But we should have a really good. I always love coming over here to Catholic because they have one of the best fields in Pensacola.
They do.
It's always well maintained. The big C right at the midfield stripe stretches from the 46 to the 46. It's huge. It's massive. The Raiders right now sitting in the end zone to our right, which I believe is south.
Yep.
Because the water's that way.
That's correct.
For once, I got it right, Bob. I usually get my directions all miscombobulated.
Were you a navigator in the Air Force?
I was not on personnel.
Okay, just checking.
I take care of people and numbers, and that's why I'm decent at broadcasting, I guess. But anyways, the NHS flags out there with the Navarre flag, the flag on the flag, will be coming into the stadium here shortly.
Look at there. South to our right, north to our left. You got it right, according to the compass.
Well, you know about the sun. It shines every once in a while.
Mm-hmm. It sets in the west, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm. So, but it's a beautiful night.
It is.
As the sun's starting to go down. The night is approaching us, the 7:30 hour, and kickoff is approaching us. Another year of Navarre Raider football. My 16th year, Bob, of doing Navarre Raider football.
Holy cow.
And the last 5 with you.
Yep. Only you.
Right. And for those of us that are tuning in for the very first time, never heard one of our broadcasts, this is how Bob and I came together. 5 or 6 seasons ago, I think it was 5 seasons ago, it's Thursday night, the night before opening night for the Navarre Raiders. I still don't have a color analyst. It's me going into the broadcast and just by myself. And I get a Facebook on Messenger. Bob goes, "Are you still looking for a color analyst?" And I said, "Yeah, you're hired."
Well, you had invited me up to the booth
the previous year,
right? To do just a short halftime segment about my experiences with Mark Stevens on the old K92 radio, broadcasting Fort Walton football,
and Danny Werfel, and E.G. Green, and a lot of the big studs they had from those 91 and 96 state championships.
Rest his soul, Marcus Outson. I can't believe he's gone. The Rooster. Steve Smith. Just great players on that team.
The director checking in says everything looks great. Scoreboard looks great. Picture, he said everything looks good. So far, so good here on opening night of the 2024 season. I'm anxious. People ask me, well, Bill, when are you ready to get back on the air? I said, when was Navarre's last game?
The next day.
The Bartram trial. I said, the next day.
Yeah, really.
We did do our finishing shows the week after that at Culver's and Buffalo Wild Wings. But as far as broadcasting the game, I'm ready to go the next day. I love broadcasting high school football. To me, it is in the simplest of forms, Navarre and high school football. And this is where a lot of our kids get started. We have another Navarre Raider in the NFL. Jordan Jefferson got drafted by the Jacksonville Jaguars. Michael Carter in his 4th season in the NFL, now with the Arizona Cardinals. And Jordan Leggett got drafted by the Jets years ago. And so we've had 3, and it's not going to stop there.
No.
In the very near future, I wouldn't be surprised if Dante Wright, who's playing his graduate year at Temple this year, his 2nd year up at Temple, and then Grady Kelly transferring to Florida State. This young man's going to be playing on Sundays in the future as well. But I think it's just the beginning of Navarre Raiders going to the highest level, the pinnacle of football.
Most certainly. And you live in the community. I mean, your 2 went to Navarre High School, your 2 children. My 4 children did. I mean, you're part of the community. You're part of, just the great, we always say, a block and a bridge from the beach.
Yeah.
And just a great community to raise your family.
And one thing nice I want to announce, I want to send this out to all the folks tonight. Coming the end of March, I am retiring fully. So I'm going to probably end up doing more sports in the future when I retire because I'll be fully retired. So broadcasting will be my number one agenda when I'm retired. So who knows, maybe some baseball or softball in the future. We always do a soccer game here and there, but maybe we'll get into some more sports once I retire fully the end of March.
Yeah, I may be going into drop next year, so that means I can retire within 5 to 7 years. So Bill, I'll be almost 70 years old.
Robert Moon checking in, says, let's go Raiders. Dark Wink, that's our good friend Tim Keene checking in and says it's greater to be a Raider.
It is, Tim.
And all of our Navarre faithful, wherever you are on the World Wide Web, we appreciate you for tuning in every Friday night and then every Tuesday and Wednesday on our podcast, Irish Bill's Twist on Sports, on Tuesday nights, and Buffalo Wild Wings coaches shows on Wednesday nights, both at 8 o'clock Central.
Now, the visitor side here at Catholic is certainly not as big as Navarre, but look at that. Look at the visitor side.
It's filled.
It is.
The Navarre captain's coming down the far sideline, getting ready for the coin toss. Your defensive captain will be Vinny Villanova. Your special teams captain will be, looks like, Josh Wilson. Your offensive captain will be Roman Marshall. And your defensive line captain will be Braxton Barr. And they'll be out there for the coin toss here to start tonight's festivities. But
we have a reunion tonight. Former Raider coach Chad Lashley
on the sideline now for Catholic.
A business person in the community, and his son, I think, is playing defensive back.
Yeah.
So he's certainly lending his talents to, Catholic, kind of a reunion. Coach Bagley, I think, coached under Coach Lashley.
Hunter Feaster checking in, says always greater to be a Raider. He's up there at Maryville with Jackson Spalla, his Big Bubba protector up there. And our schedule for tonight, Milton at Crestview, Mary Montgomery out of Alabama at Pace. Pensacola is at, I think they're actually playing at Pensacola tonight. Pine Forest at Pensacola. Escambia at West Florida. Tate at Fort Walton Beach. Choctaw at Gulf Shores. South Sumter out of Florida at Niceville. Washington at Williamson, Alabama. Mosley at Rutherford. Childs at Dothan. Godby at Rickards. Delaware Valley, Pennsylvania at Lincoln. Florida High at Dunellen. St. John Paul II at Leon. Walton at Mariana. Port St. Joe at Wakulla. Holmes County at Bozeman. FAMU at Baker. Bay at Arnold. Liberty County at Bluntstown. Destin at Northview. North Florida Christian at Chipley. Freeport at North Bay Haven. Jay at Vernon. Lighthouse PCA taking on Weewaw the Gators. Rocky Bayou at Snook Christian, Alabama. Cottondale at Sneeds. And a Saturday night matchup tomorrow night. South Walton will travel down 98 to Gulf Breeze. I think that's a 7 p.m. kickoff tomorrow night in downtown Gulf Breeze.
We were in downtown Gulf Breeze.
Yeah, we had dinner. I always love going to Chick-fil-A.
Oh, yeah.
I need to get them in as a sponsor.
I mean, we eat there.
Maybe once the Navarre one opens here, they're going to build one in Navarre. So maybe once they open, I can approach them then. Just throwing a little bug out there.
Yeah,
Deborah checking in, says, go Vinny, go Josh. That's Deborah Broxson. And Catholic are wearing their green jerseys with bright numbers you can't miss. And we're not that far from the field anyways, Bob.
No, we're not. We're not.
In fact, we're probably going to have to stand up to see some parts of the field. We got this big round circular thing in my way. So when we get down here in the left end zone on the far side, you're going to have to probably pick up the call on those.
It's an ornamental cement ball.
And when the Raiders come out, you know what we're going to play, Bob. You know what we're going to play here in a second. We played it a couple times already tonight. As they get ready to come out of the the end zone to our right.
Irish Bill Sports broadcast of Navarre Raider football. Here's your host and the voice of Raider Nation, Irish Bill. And here come the Raiders.
Navarre Raiders on the far sideline wearing their maroon pants, white jersey with maroon numbers, black helmet with a big Raider on the side. Catholic will come out in their green jerseys, a bright yellow or aqua. I'm not really sure. What is that, a yellow or is that kind of a lime green? I don't know.
No, that's
it's a yellow.
The base jersey or
yes,
the numbers?
The numbers.
Numbers are yellow.
Okay. The helmets are also yellow with the green C on the side, both sides. And we have had our toss. We didn't see who won the toss, but we'll know here momentarily. I'm just glad they're not going with those awful kickoffs like they're doing in the NFL now. Those are gosh awful.
That looks like Canadian football. I saw
it does.
that.
I mean, they did that in the UFL. I mean, it's just like, come on.
Just say, okay.
Some rules are sacred, and that is ugly.
Yeah, I mean, I know concussions and CTE is serious, very serious. We got to come up with a different rule than that.
Well, get this, Bob. Navarre comes back. Marshall threw 5 passes last year for 33 yards. Our running backs spent 26 carries for 134 yards, 5 touchdowns. Wilson 25 for 97 yards are our yardage returners. And our biggest amount of receptions coming back is Jack Helton with 3. So that tells you how much the Raiders are going to be replacing on offense this year. Captains, we are at the middle of the field, the center of the field. Number 34, Jeremiah Shelby, a senior. And number 23, everybody knows this young man, Nigel Nelson. What a season he had last year. 1,371 yards, 25 touchdowns, 180 carries for the super senior. And he's got another running back by the name of C.J. Nettles, who's only started since his freshman year. He had 852 yards and 10 touchdowns. So quite the duo they have in the backfield for Catholic.
Navarre has won the toss.
They win the toss a lot.
Defer.
Brian Brinsfield checking in, old coach at Navarre, assistant coach. Thanks, Brian. Miami Prods checking in, said, let's go Raiders. And we're anxious that you're all here as we get ready for this 2024 season. Navarre on the road at Catholic. 7:36 start as they've moved it back. So we are about 3 minutes from kickoff here. And the Raiders are all-time 13-9 against Catholic. We get ready for our national anthem here momentarily. So we're going to turn up the field mic.
Thank you for bringing us together for tonight's game. We're grateful for all the many blessings you have showered upon us. Please be with us tonight and bless our players with safety, our fans with joy, and our officials with good judgment. Help our fans to enjoy tonight's game and cheer players on with good sportsmanship and integrity. Help us give you honor and praise by all we do. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, amen.
Amen. Well, our prayer is done. Our national anthem is done. That only means one thing, Bob.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I said our national anthem's done. Our prayer is done. That only means one thing. Football.
Ready for some football. There's not going to be a weekend without football, Bill Hamill.
Until February.
I mean, all levels. When the MAC starts up, oh, man.
Little MAC action. We got someone to watch in the MAC this year with Terrence Marshall.
That's right.
At Western Michigan.
Yep.
They get their start at Camp Randall in Wisconsin this year.
You know where Dante's going to be?
At Oklahoma. As Temple faces off.
Did you see the spread in that game?
I did not.
Oklahoma in 51.
Well, Navarre will be coming out of the north end of the field. Catholic will be coming out of the south end of the field to get this game underway. Irish Bill with Seminole Bob, Raider Riley on the camera. And the 24 season is about to get started here at Catholic High. Cade Fugate will be getting the first kickoff duty here. It'll be alternating between Fugate and Jack Byer. Number 48. From the 40. No whistle yet. He's ready to go. Two, 4, 6. Yeah, we got 11 players out there on both sides. Catholic was missing one. Not anymore.
Reminder, this is a TV game on WEAR, Bill, so we'll be having some long commercials.
Good. More time for our sponsors.
Yep. Onside kick. Well, you know, that's a heck of a way to start the season.
First and 10 for the Crusaders from their own 46. Ryan Huff at quarterback in his second year as a starter here for Catholic. Jasso goes in motion. First and 10 as Huff rolls out to his right. He's got a receiver downfield, and it's going to fall incomplete.
Wow.
They tried to go long early.
Catholic's got a beef. That might have been interference. No call. One-on-one coverage.
Let me get the clock down.
Donnell Gully, number 0. Going
incomplete
one-on-one
pass.
with Marquez White.
$11:52 on the clock. Run off right tackle for C.J. Nettles. He's going to gain 3 out to the 49. He's going to bring up 3rd and 6.
Like Braxton Barr in on the tackle. Andre Spence just missed a behind the line tackle. Slowed him down. 3rd and a long 7 here. Flag on the play.
I think we're going to have a procedure call. They're going to be short of the first down to the 47 of Navarre. But it's going to be a legal shift against Catholic.
Do you decline it or do you take it? It'll be 4th and...
Go ahead and stop the clock.
2. Yep, 4th and 2. So does Catholic go for it? I mean, they're in Raider territory.
It's a completed pass, but it's going to be short of the first down, a gain of 4.
Watch the fake here. Harrison Stanley doing the left-footed punting for Catholic.
It's going to take a Raider bounce outside the 15 and come to rest at the 16-yard line, where the Raiders will take over.
Well, Navarre got a break on that first down play. Marquez was all over him, but, I mean, the back judge he was right there. So no call. Helped the Raiders out. A new era begins at Navarre.
Roman Marshall at quarterback for the Raiders. 1st and 10 for Navarre from their 16. 10:41 on the clock here in the opening quarter. Wilson in the backfield to the left of Marshall. It's going to be a delayed handoff to Wilson. He's going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Push forward, still on his feet. Out over the 20. A helmet comes flying off. And a strong run by Josh Wilson.
That's why you never miss leg day, Bill Hamill.
You got that right.
Josh may be diminutive. It's our word of the day. But he's very strong.
A gain of 6. A gain of 6 for Wilson.
Good push by the offensive line.
2nd and 4. Wilson going to get back. Actually, he's going to lose a couple yards back to the 20.
Big hit there. Linebacker Caleb Johnson made that big hit. Right tackle moved. That's going to change the play call from 3rd and 7 to 3rd and 12.
First penalty of the night against Navarre. 5-yard variety. First attempted pass out to Connor Hamblin on the far side. Falls incomplete, and the Raiders will be punting the ball away.
A little pushing and shoving there, too. Out defending Zion Hurd, who's listed as a wide receiver, pressed into cornerback duty.
Back to punt for the Raiders.
Jack Byer does kicking and punting. And Catholic has too many men on the field, Bill.
So this will come back. Too many men on the field against Catholic. That looked like Fugate did with the punt. From the 15th out to the 38th. The 23-yard punt. There was a flag on the near side, Bob.
Yeah, Catholic had too many men on the field. You know, and I get confused between high school and college and pro, and is it 5, is it 15? 5 yards. 4th and It's back to where it was before the fall start.
So the Raiders will be punting this ball over again. It looks like number 48 out there punting, or is that 46, Bob?
Looks like 46, Bill.
Okay, that will be Brody Bird then. This one a much better booming punt back into Catholic territory.
It's
on the
Raiders
ground.
Got it.
The Raiders are going to get the ball back on a muff punt.
Josh Wilson.
Josh Wilson with the recovery at the Catholic 38, and there's your first break of the ball game for Navarre.
Yep.
On a booming punt.
Was that Jack Bear, who's 48?
No, that was Brody Bird kicking that one away.
Good hang
from
time.
the 20-yard line out to the Catholic 38. So a 42-yard punt. And the Raiders get the ball back on the muff punt. First and 10 Raiders right down here in front of us. Marshall back to pass. It's going to fall incomplete. Marshall, smart play there by Marshall to get rid of it.
Did not force it. Navarre had a wide receiver open briefly. Not sure. Well, I know he didn't see him.
Second attempt for the Raiders at the Catholic 38. As we're 8:37 here in the opening quarter. No score.
He did not force it, so.
It's going to be a handoff to Andre Spence up off left tackle. He's going to gain about one, maybe a half a yard. Give him one to bring up 3rd and 9.
Yeah, they gave him a little bit of forward progress.
Third and 9 for the Raiders, just inside the Catholic 38-yard line. Burgess and Helton to the near side, Twins to the far side, Hamblin and Garner. Spence into the backfield to the right of junior QB Roman Marshall. A fumble on a high snap. Catholic with the return. Well, the Raiders give the ball right back to them. And Catholic Crusaders going to take over at the Raider 28 on the high snap. Not much Marshall could do with that one, Bob.
And he did the right thing. He went for the cover.
.36 to go, no score. A couple of turnovers, one for each team here early on. Not uncommon in your first game of the 24 season, or in any season. Huff in the shotgun. Nettles to his left.
Wow.
And the old turf monster steps up at the 9-yard line and keeps number 13, Caden Jasso, out of the end zone. It's going to be a gain down to the 6-yard line. A gain of 22 to Jasso, and a Catholic 1st and goal coming up.
Well, many times in that formation that Navarre has, you're caught in one-on-one coverage, and that's exactly what happened on that bubble screen.
1st and goal for Catholic at the Raider 5. The handoff to Nettles. He punches to the outside, and he's going to skip into the end zone to get Catholic their first points on the season. 6-0 Catholic on a 5-yard run by C.J. Nettles. Catholic on the board first. They take advantage of their turnover. At the 7:03 mark of the first quarter. 5-yard run. Nettles, left-footed kicker for Catholics. Extra point is up, and it is good. That is Harrison Stanley. 7-0 Catholic here early on in the ball game at the 7:03 mark of the first quarter. Let me get my scoreboard caught up here. I won't be able to keep this up all the time, so I'll update it when I can. So at least you have an idea where we're at in the ball game when you come into the broadcast. $7:03 to go here. And of course, with it being a TV game, Bob, we're probably going to have a commercial. Let's go back to our chat line. Let's see who else we got checking in. Deborah Broxson checking in. Robert Moon checking in. 74 on Navarre looks huge. He's about 3 1/4 there, Robert. One of my big bubbas on the defensive line is Jakari Thomas.
Yep.
$7-0 Catholic. 7:03 to go here in the opening quarter. Irish Bill with Seminole Bob, as he's not the best color analyst in the business for nothing.
Oh, thank you.
And Riley is now about 6'5".
Yes.
And he's our camera, Raider Riley.
Raider Riley.
A sophomore at Navarre High. Stanley with the kickoff from the 40. A squibbler. It's going to be taken by Spencer. Right up the middle. Nice return out over the 35 to the 36. A 16-yard return for Curtis Sanders. Not Spencer. The Raiders will have 1st and 10 from their own 36.
Well, Coach Bagley certainly would want Navarre to respond. You can't give Catholic, that many chances.
Roman Marshall brings the offense back out. Josh Wilson in the backfield. Your H back, Jack Hilton. Tight end on the wide receivers. Single to the outside. Hamlin goes in motion. It's going to be a ball is loose on the far side.
On a jet sweep.
He was looking to pull up as Connor Hamlin on the jet sweep. Back to the line of scrimmage, no gain for Hamlin. Second and 10 for the Raiders. Hand off to Josh Wilson. Nice gain off left tackle. Still on his feet, running hard. He gets about a 6-yard gain out to the 41-yard line. Give him 5 yards. He'll bring up 3rd and 5 on a hard-nosed running of Josh Wilson. A 5-yard gain. 3rd and 5, Navarre.
Noah Hamlin, the linebacker, made the first contact, and boy, he took a big hit.
Roman Marshall back to pass. looking for his first completed pass, trying to get to the outside. He's going to get about a 1-yard gain out to the 42. They'll bring up 4th and 4.
Well, again, he's not trying to do too much. He's not having a whole lot of time to throw, but he's trying to make something of it. And he threw a ball out of bounds. He ran for yardage.
It's actually number 45 that's punting for the Raiders. That would be Jacob Bishop. Raiders from their own 42.
Navarre is going to get penalized. Too much time. Only had 10 men on the field.
Going to back him up 5 yards on the delay of game. It'll be 4th and 9.
Very unusual lineup here. Everybody to the left of the center. Vinny Villanova. Motion on the up back. Whatever happens, Catholic's going to have another shot.
Nice coverage back there. There's a flag, 2 flags at about the 38.
So we got a before snap and an after snap. This one may be coming back.
Did you say snack or snap?
Snap.
You know me, I'm always looking for a snack.
Snack.
So that's pumped from the 36 down to the 22.
Probably blocking the back on
Another
Catholic.
42-yard punt. They're trying to. We got one. I'm not sure really. The White Hat's talking to the Catholic coach, so that tells me it's probably. Still waiting for a call. We're going to get here in a second. Legal procedure, Navarre. Holding against Catholic, which is declined because the procedure.
No, they offset. So
They will kick again from the same spot.
Yes, sir.
With 4:27 on the clock. Fourth and 9 for the Raiders. Jacob Bishop back to punt for Navarre. Good snap back by Vinny Villanova. Another a line drive punt down to the 34.
He muffs it.
He's able to, that is Nigel Nelson able to get back on the ball at the 25.
Vinny Villanova, the snapper, makes the tackle. Mandatory water break. Mr. Hamill.
Catholic will have the ball with 4:19. We'll take a quick commercial along with them. With 4:19 to go in the opening quarter. Catholic 7, Navarre nothing here on Irishville Sports Live. Irishville, Seminole Bob, Raider Riley bringing you the game tonight. Let's head out for a quick commercial break.
University Lending Group, located in Harvest Village, is Navarre's local mortgage lender. A buying, building, or refinancing a dream home is in your future. You need to contact University Lending Group. Jennifer Gomes, Stacy Wright, and Sheila Billingham are the loan specialists who have the experience to take you step by step to make your buying, building, or refinancing experiences smooth. So University Lending at 752 Navarre Parkway, Suite 56, or call us at 850-396-0322.
First and 10 from Catholic from their own 25. 4:19 to go in the opening quarter. 7-0 Catholic out on top. Huff in the shotgun. The handoff is going to go to Nettles. He's met right at the line of scrimmage by number 74, Jakari Thomas, and finished off by number 3, Vinny Villanova. No gain, 2nd and 10, Catholic.
Our director sent me a message.
And?
Oh, it has to do with the choice of ads. We got to make sure that we run express employment.
We will. We're getting there. 2nd and 10 for the Crusaders from their own 25. Clock down to 3:40 to go here in the opening quarter. 7-0 Catholic on top. Huff in the shotgun. Nettles to his right. Single receiver to the far right. Nettles going to get to the outside. He's got a lot of room to run. He's going to get pushed back in towards the field of play. Tackled by Marquez White, but enough for a Catholic first down out to the 43. A gain of 18 for C.J. Nettles and a Catholic first down.
And we had some extracurricular activity in the sky at Bill Hamill.
So 1st and 10 for the Crusaders at their own 43. Nigel Nelson now in at running back for the Crusaders. He's to the left of Ryan Huff. 1st and 10, Catholic from their own 43. Huff trying to roll out of the pocket. Vinny says, not today. You're not going to get out of my tackle. And help him finish it off is number 90, Bryce Wheeler. Braxton Barr over there as well. It's going to be a 3-yard gain for Huff. That's going to bring up 2nd and 7. .221 on the clock here in the opening quarter. 2nd and 7, Crusaders at their own 46. Huff, kind of a broken play. And he's going to go down, a sack in the backfield by Bryce Wheeler. Back to the 43-yard line, a loss of 2. First sack of the season for the Raiders, and that goes to Bryce Wheeler, the sophomore defensive lineman.
That was a great play. He read the quarterback's eyes, got his hands up, blocking the vision.
It's going to bring up 3rd and 9.
We have a score from Niceville halftime. Niceville 21, Sumter 7.
Third and 9 for the Crusaders. Huff back to pass. They're going to run a screen to Nigel Nelson. He's going to get to the outside. He's going to make a nice cut back for a first down before he's taken down by Bryce Moore down to the Raider 45. A gain of 12 on the screen pass to Nigel Nelson. And a Catholic first down.
Nice play call. Saw Navarre jersey come flying out of a hold. No penalty.
1st and 10 Catholic at the Raider 45. We're down to under a minute to go here in the opening quarter. 7-0 Catholic on top. 3rd first down of the first quarter for Catholic. 1st and 10 at the Raider 45-yard line. Play is going to be called dead with 39.3 seconds to go here in the opening quarter.
Offsides. False start on the offense. Back Catholic up.
Be set 1st and 15 for Catholic from the midfield stripe. 1st and 15, 39 seconds to go here in the opening quarter. Jasso drops the ball, bring up 2nd and 15. Clock stops with 16.8 to go. That's my buzzer on my scoreboard. I accidentally figured out how it works now.
I was going to say, somebody turn off that buzzer at the stadium, but it was you.
It was me. Sorry, guys. 2nd and 15 on the incompleted pass. Nice tackle for loss in the backfield. That is 97. Easy Gasca. A loss of 1. That was Nigel Nelson on the carry, 1-yard loss. That'll be the end of the first quarter. And we're going to take commercial break. At the end of 1, Catholic 7, Navarre 0 on Irish Bill Sports Live. And we'll be right back.
A strong work ethic takes pride in a job well done. This is the kind of person you need. Express Employment Professionals can help because we understand what it takes to hire the right person. It takes real people, real interviews. We find good people, matching the right skills with the right jobs from the production floor to the front office. Express knows jobs. Get to know Express. Go to expresspros.com to find a location near you.
Great teams have great support. The Navarre Raiders have one of the best support organizations, the Navarre Raider Quarterback Club. All the members see to it that the Raiders have all available necessities to keep the Raiders on track. Well, they're seeing to it that they are properly fed, have good transportation, or making sure that all Raider fans can hear all the exciting Navarre Raider football action. The Navarre Raider Quarterback Club is there to make it happen. Thanks, Navarre Raider Quarterback Club, for your support of your winning Navarre Raiders on IrishBillSports.com.
Welcome back to Catholic. Irish Bill, Seminole Bob, Raider Riley on the game tonight here at Catholic. At the end of 1, it is Navarre trailing Catholic on the road 7-0. And Catholic will have a 3rd and let's call it 17, Bob.
Yep.
So they're going to set up 3 receivers to the near side. Nettles will be the back in the backfield with Ryan Huff. 3rd and 17 for the Crusaders as we get ready to start the second half.
Second quarter.
I don't want to finish the game that quick.
Well, it's just, a few miles down the road and make a left.
3rd and 17 for the Crusaders.
Nice pass.
It's going to be completed down inside the Raider 30, down to the 29-yard line to number 3. That would be Tristan Keegley. So they're going to move the ball from the 47 on down to the 29. 24-yard gain to Keegley.
He knew where the sideline was, tiptoed it, kept the foot in bounds. Pretty good catch.
The 4th first down for Catholic. In the ball game, 1st and 10 at the Raider 29. Just underway here in the second quarter. They're going to do a quick out, and it's going to be incomplete as he tried to fight Donnell Gully here on the near side. Bring up 2nd and 10. Late flag coming in the Raider secondary.
Maybe some extracurricular activity penalty against Navarre.
So it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Crusaders as we wait for the penalty call. Unsportsmanlike against Navarre. That'll be half the distance to the goal line. We'll take it down to about the 14-yard line.
Yeah,
It'll
those
be
are
first
always
and 10.
tough downfield, Bill. Usually as an official, you don't see the first action that caused the penalty and the other person retaliating. They catch that.
It's going to be a handoff late to Nettles. He cuts to the outside. We're going to have a penalty in the backfield.
Be a hold. Navarre is bottled up between the tackles, Bill. When they bounce it outside, that's where Navarre has trouble.
And a correction on that sack. That was actually Braxton Barr, is number 50, not number 90. Thank you to the fans out there keeping me straight.
Oh, really?
I miss one every now, 90, 70. It's all Greek to me. Holding against Catholic will bring it back after the nice run by C.J. Nettles inside the 5, but it's all for naught. And they're going to move the ball back out to the 24. Huff back to pass. He's going to take off and run. He's going to cut back, and a big tackle there in the secondary by Andre Spence inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line, but we have another flag dropped at the 14, so we might have a holding penalty against the wide receiver here on the near side.
Could be, or could be against Navarre for yanking off the lineman's helmet.
So they're going to mark off 10 from the 14, so they're going to be right back where they were at. So it's going to be first and 20 still. We're still first down. There's been 3 penalties on first down.
But Catholic has converted. Their down conversions are killing Navarre thus far in the game. Hey, I see where your Bears finished preseason undefeated. The Chicago
4-0.
Bears.
I know,
Kansas
preseason.
City. Taylor wasn't there. That's why they lost.
Well, we won the preseason bowl. At least we were winning something this year, Bob.
What will that get you?
Not a darn thing.
Not a darn thing. I'm excited, though, I think they may have found their future quarterback.
So we're first in, let's call it 19 or 20 for Catholic from their own 24.
Yeah.
Actually, from the Raider 24. Ryan Huff all by himself in the backfield, in the shotgun, trips to the far side, twins to the near side. First and 19 for Catholic. Wide open in the end zone, and that would be Jordan Robinson from 24 yards out. And Catholic stretches their lead out to 13-0. At the 9:54 mark. Harrison Stanley in for the extra point. 24 yards. Huff to Robeson. Kick is up. Kick is good. At the 9:54 mark of the second quarter. And 14-0 Catholic. We have a TV break. Let's take a Actually, we're going to stay right here, folks.
Kickoff number 17, Harrison Stanley.
9:54 to go in the first half. 14-0 Catholic. Back deep for the Raiders. Brody Powers and Marquez White. Right in front of them. Curtis Sanders and Cooper Black. Harrison Stanley doing the kicking duties for the Crusaders tonight. You awake over there, Bob?
Yes, I am.
We haven't heard your expression-full face or voice in a long time. It's a deep kick to the 3-yard line. Brody Powers with the return. He's going to get out to the 14, a return of 11. The Raiders will start from deep in their own end. An 11-yard return. Going to spot the ball at the 15. What we're going to do is we're going to set the clock every time after each play has stopped.
Catholic has just completely shut down any chance of Navarre throwing.
We get to see the new running back in the backfield, number 28, Keegan Gilbert. Delayed handoff to Gilbert. He brushes off one tackle, stays on his feet, gets out to the 20-yard line. Nice little gain for the new number 28 at Navarre. He's only a sophomore, 5'10", 195-pound back. That's right, folks. 5'10", 195 sophomore running back, a gain of 5. 2nd and 10 for the Raiders. 2nd and 5 for the Raiders on the 5-yard gain by Gilbert. I think we're going to have a player coming off the field for an equipment violation.
Why did they stop the play on that and just penalize them? Because that gives the advantage to the defense. I know you get to reset the clock, but if he's not ready, then you penalize him.
2nd and 5 for Navarre from their own 20-yard line. Your big Bubba's at center, Kyle Hughes. We'll get the rest of them here in just a minute. That's a backup quarterback coming in, Travis Lowe. And he's going to take a loss all the way back to the 9-yard line, a loss of 11. Roman Marshall back in.
Take nothing away from Catholic's defense, but Navarre has been shooting themselves in the foot with snaps and penalties.
Lowe's first pass attempt is intercepted at the Raider 22.
Just overthrew his target. He had plenty of time. Ball sailed just a little bit. Wilson playing both ways.
First and 10 for the Crusaders at the Raider 22. Marquez White with the big hit. After the That's going to be a pass completed out there to Robeson, a 5-yard gain. Bring up 2nd and 5.
Corners are given a lot of cushion. I mean, when you're inside the 20, I mean, there's only, 20 or 30 yards to run. I know you respect the speed of the wide receiver. I might want to jam him and then use my speed. Flea flicker here.
Flea flicker. And it works in the back of the end zone. Huff to Gully. And Catholic on the board as they take advantage of the second Raider turnover and put 6 on the board. At the 7:23 mark. $18-yard pass. Stanley in for the extra point. Kick is up and good. 21-0 Catholic.
And, you and I talked about this on the drive down. If things don't start out right, what Coach Bagley will do, this is his coming out party too. Longtime defensive coordinator, top assistant coach under Jay Walls. You want to stay with your starter who through all summer and in spring has been your number one. But if it goes south early, when do you pull the trigger on a backup quarterback?
And he's done that already. Travis Lowe came in on that last series.
Did he throw the interception?
He threw the interception.
Oh, he did?
Yes.
Okay.
7:23 to go in the first half. 21-0 Catholic on top. Irish Bill, Seminole Bob, Raider Riley on the camera tonight. Thank you, Riley, as always.
Doing a great job.
Line drive kick. It's going to go out of bounds. The Raiders will get it at the 35. It'll be 1st and 10 Raiders from the 35. They trail 21-0 here in the second quarter. They pulled that flea flicker off to, but really not a flaw receiver there, Bob.
Yeah, Marquez just froze and lost track of his
assignment.
Yeah, and the receiver saw that he stopped in and around the goal line or maybe 5 yards deep.
Travis Lowe still in for the Raiders. The other big bubbas, Jacob Walsh, Peyton Robinson. The handoff to Keegley. He gets back to the line. Is actually not Keegley. That's Keegan Gilbert. Back to line of scrimmage, no gain. 2nd and 10. Got Jacob Walsh, Kenny Hughes, Hopper, Peyton Robinson, and Zevin Jones. Your big bubbas out there. I think we're going to have a face mask penalty here, Bob. Either that or a holding.
That's the general area.
It's going to be a 3-yard loss, but I think it's a face mask. Maybe not. We'll wait and see. Wait for the white hat to get the proper call here. 6:30 to go in the first half. 21-0. Catholic out on top. Here on opening night of the 2024 regular season.
Or do we have both? Holding and a face mask.
The White Hats getting ready to tell us what happened, hopefully. Taking a sweet old time. Face mask as I called it. 5-yard penalty on the face mask. So no loss. The play is not. So it'll be 2nd and 8. Third penalty of the night on Catholic. This one the 5-yard variety. Second and 8 for the Raiders. Keegan Gilbert over the 40, out to the 41-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 6 for Gilbert. It's going to bring up 3rd and 3. Actually, give him 5 and 3rd and 4. 5:56 to go here in the opening half. 21-0 Catholic on top. Travis Lowe in at quarterback for the Raiders. Andre Spence in the backfield to his left. Double H-back package for the Raiders. The handoff to Spence. He's going to gain 1 out to the 42, bring up 4th and 3.
Congratulations, Bill Hamill, on our NIL deal you and I signed this week with Culver's.
Yeah, free meals.
We do, free meals.
Every Tuesday night.
Join us this coming Tuesday night, 8 p.m.
My 10th, 8th, 9th, I lost track. But we thank Randy and Honey Smith at Culver's for letting us come in. As long as they've been open, we've been there. A line drive punt. It's going to take a bounce. It's going to be coming back. He may run all night long, Nigel Nelson, but it's coming back as there was a holding penalty back at the 32-yard line.
That was Keegan Gilbert.
So he's going to pick it up at 32. From the 42, a 26-yard punt for Bishop.
Penalty on Catholic. You can't do that. You can't do that. That's what high school football is about. The kids on a Friday night, a safe place to be. Families coming out, watching football. Just awesome. Just want that lightning to stay away from us since we're right next to a metal fence.
Most definitely. And we'll go through all of our allotted commercials at the half so we can get all of our sponsors in there. And we appreciate them because without them, we wouldn't be here. And if we weren't here, you wouldn't be where you're at tonight watching us. Does that make sense?
We'd rather you be here in person.
Correct.
But if you can't, like you're in Texas or New Mexico or England or Sweden, Australia. We've had Australia over the years.
UK tonight.
Yes, right.
And Sweden. I'm sure Todd's checking in tonight from Sweden.
He called you earlier.
He called me on the Swedish text line. on the Swedish goldfish line.
We thank him for listening. It's what?
Oh, gosh. Him and I have been friends for about 14 years, and we've never met in person, and he's lived in Sweden the whole time. We met playing Texas Hold'em online, and we've become really good friends, and he catches most of the Navarre Raider football games. It's 7 hours time difference. They're ahead. First and 10 for Catholic. The handoff right up the gut, out over the 30 to the 32. It's going to be a gain of 9 for Nettles. Quick to the line of scrimmage. Nettles gets across the first down yard to gain for a 3-yard gain. 1st and 10, Catholic. Quick to the line of scrimmage. And there's a bunch of Raiders. 97, Easy Gasca with the initial hit. Bryce Wheeler.
Vinny
Villanova in there as well. No gain. There's a flag down at the 42. They're going to mark off 10, so I'm sure it's going to be a holding penalty. 5th penalty of the night for Catholic. So it's going to bring up 1st and 20 as we venture down to 4 minutes and 4 seconds on the clock here in the second quarter. Hopefully you are enjoying the scoreboard. We'd like to have it a different number up there right now, but we've added that feature this year. 21-0 Catholic on top. 3:46 and counting here in the second quarter. Huff in the shotgun, back to pass. He's going to roll out to the near side. A completed pass out to the 31-yard line to Keegley. A gain of 4 to Keegley.
We had football last night across the pond, Bill Hamill.
Did we?
McClay.
That's right.
Beat Wyndham 35-23 in Dublin.
We got 2nd and 15 for the Crusaders from their 31. Huff back to pass. And he's going to complete it down to the 41. Josh Spears. 28-yard gain to Spears and another Catholic first down.
Wyndham High School, Bill, is out of Wyndham, New Hampshire.
Okay.
McClay, of course, out of Tallahassee, playing before the FSU Georgia Tech game in Dublin.
28-yard completion to Spears for the first down. Huff on the screen pass to Nettles. Vinny Villanova back. And I don't think he's, nice path taken there by Zeke Burgess. But it's on the screen pass. They're going to get down to the 16. A gain of 25 on the screen to Nettles. That's going to be a handoff to Nettles. He's going to gain about 3. What a first half Ryan Huff is having. 10 of 12, 166 yards and 2 touchdowns. 2nd and 7 for the Crusaders at the Raider 13. Trips to the near side, single back to the right of Huff is C.J. Nettles. Actually, that's Nigel Nelson. Nice play there by Cooper Black to keep him in bounds. Curtis Sanders comes in to finish him off. It's going to be a gain down to the 13-yard line. Give him actually back to the line of scrimmage. No gain.
We have another Hamill in Pensacola, Bill.
Do we?
Yes, over in Pine Forest. Third quarter, Pine Forest leads Pensacola Senior 19-6.
Okay. Brady is a assistant coach. He coaches the kickers and punters over at Pine Forest for Coach Tony Carter in his second year. Timeout Navarre.
A surprise for me in the third quarter, Freeport leading North Bay Haven 22-0. When I saw that game, I really should have picked Freeport. North Bay Haven is having just all kind of issues with coaching
Their coach is suspended for tonight's game, I believe so.
Holmes County leading Bozeman 34-9 at halftime.
Wow.
Let's see. Halftime, Lighthouse PCA leading Weewa 12-6.
They won their first game last week against Rocky Bayou 28-0. I think that was actually a played game because I don't think Lighthouse didn't do a kickoff classic. So they're looking to go 2-0 in the season under head coach Everett Alford, a Navarre alum.
Niceville in the South Sumter game has tightened up 21-14 third quarter.
South Sumter, the number 14 ranked team in the state.
Yep.
Coming to a very tough place to play. Nice pursuit there on the defensive line. Looks like Bryce Wheeler, Andre Spence, and those look like the two. It's going to be a gain of 1 for Nelson. That's going to bring up 4th down, so we may see Harrison Stanley come out to attempt his first field goal on the season. If they spot the ball at the 13, he'll set the marker down at about the 20, so this will be officially a 29-yard field goal for Stanley for Catholic. 21-0 Crusaders. 22 seconds to go on the clock here in the first half. Timeout. Navarre, actually Catholic this time.
Milton leading American Heritage 30-22 in the fourth quarter. Jay leading Vernon 21-0 fourth quarter. These games had an early start. Third quarter over in Northview. Northview leading Destin 14-7. Baker leading FAMU 27-6. Chipley leading North Florida Christian 39-0 in the third quarter. That's a surprise.
So they're going to set down for a field goal attempt. This one will be up 29 yards by Harrison Stanley. Catholic up 21-0, trying to stretch the lead out to 24. Stanley, a left-footed kicker. Right up the middle, inside the hash. Kick is up, and it looks like he pulled it right. Nope, he snuck it inside the right upright from 29 yards out with 15 seconds to go. 24-0. Catholic on top.
Wakulla all over Port St. Joe at halftime, 34-0. Tate leading Fort Walton in the third quarter, 21-0. And Mosley leading Rutherford 37-14. That's at halftime. Over in Tallahassee on Eastern Time, Rickards leading Godby 22-15. We have been to that field.
Yeah, we have the Smurf field. The
in
blue
the
Smurf
rain.
field in the rain.
I wouldn't want to be in the rain with anyone else except my wife, but you, Bill.
Oh, thank you.
You have to take second fiddle.
Oh, of course. We both outkicked our coverage.
Well, we did at that.
Harrison from the 40 getting ready to put toe on leather. 24-0 Catholic. Marquez White back at his own 5. Takes it right up the middle. Still on his feet. The ball is loose. Catholic's going to recover. Third turnover of the night for Navarre after a 34-yard return.
Just poked from behind.
Third turnover of the first half with 7.6 seconds to go here.
3 fumbles and an interception. 4 turnovers. I've lost track.
Well, one was a bad snap, so not really considered a fumble.
Correct.
So it was just a bad snap. So, but it is 2 fumbles and an interception. And Navarre's going to call timeout with 7.5 seconds to go. Their second timeout of the first half. With 7.6 seconds to go. $24-0 Catholic.
Well, Coach Bagley gets his first halftime speech. What do you think he's going to say?
Oh, we got a score update from Niceville, 21-21.
Wow.
South Sumter has come back to tie it up. I think they're early in the third. I think they're in the third quarters. They started at 7 o'clock.
Right. Joe Settle on the chains. Boy, what a view he's got tonight, huh?
Most definitely.
Oh, my gosh.
Catholic will take over at the Raider 38-yard line. Probably time for one more play here in the first half, Bob.
Yeah, they certainly don't want. Navarre will get the second half.
Huff back to throw. And the receiver drops it. Bring up 2nd and 10 with 2.2 seconds left. Hopefully you enjoy the scoreboard feature. I'm not asking about the score because none of us like that score right now. But you got to like the new scoreboard feature. Bob, you like it?
I do.
2nd and 10 for the Crusaders at the Raider 38. The first incomplete pass of the second quarter for Huff. 11-14, 166, 2 touchdowns.
Victory formation.
And that will be the first half. We're going to go to the break at the half. Catholic 24 and Navarre 0. We're going to hear the long list of our thankful and grateful for our sponsors commercials.
To everyone who loves Culver's, the feeling is mutual. I'm Nicole from Culver's of Cross Plains, Wisconsin. And when I'm serving you a Butterburger, I'm just as happy as you are. I almost get giddy when I hear the sizzle of our fresh beef on the grill. Seeing that smile that comes from a meal made just right, some call it magic, but I like to call it love at first bite. Stop in for a cook-to-order Butterburger and let us make Culver's your happy place.
From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious.
Navarre Fitness is where old school meets new. Whether you're into free weights or the latest and greatest weightlifting equipment, they will meet your needs. They have cardio machines as well if you want to get your sweat on. Whatever direction you decide to go, trainers Clay Horton, Brick Grubbs, Andrew Coase, and Stephanie Hunt will be there to assist you along the way. So what are you waiting for? Oh yeah, how do I join? Just go to navarrefitness.net and check out our rates or call us at 850-816-5434. You can even stop by our location at 8700B Navarre Parkway in Navarre. You can also visit our sister gym, Midway Fitness, at 5660 Gulf Breeze Parkway, Unit 1. Both facilities are open 24/7. We are the place to go to get you started on the road to a better you. University Lending Group, located in Harvest Village, is Navarre's local mortgage lender. A buying, building, or refinancing a dream home is in your future. You need to contact University Lending Group. Jennifer Gomes, Stacy Wright, and Sheila Billingham are the loan specialists who have the experience to take you step by step to make your buying, building, or refinancing experiences smooth. So University Lending at 752 Navarre Parkway, Suite 56, or call us at 850-396-0322.
A strong work ethic takes pride in a job well done. This is the kind of person you need. Express Employment Professionals can help because we understand what it takes to hire the right person. It takes real people, real interviews. We find good people, matching the right skills with the right jobs from the production floor to the front office. Express knows jobs. Get to know Express. Go to expresspros.com to find a location near you.
The hustle isn't named after anyone, not after a designer, definitely not after a mythological god. It's not about stripes or ranking or status. The hustle is real. The hustle is about you. So keep in mind when you're repping and rocking Hustle Hard USA streetwear, you can tell all the onlookers that this mark, this brand represents your hustle, your grind. You put in that time, that sweat, that pain. Now it's up to you to show them all what you got. Win or lose, the hustle is real. Go to www.hustlehardusa.com and I can guarantee you, you will not be disappointed. Great teams have great support. The Navarre Raiders have one of the best support organizations, the Navarre Raider Quarterback Club. All the members see to it that the Raiders have all available necessities to keep the Raiders on track. Well, they're seeing to it that they are properly fed, have good transportation, or making sure that all Raider fans can hear all the exciting Navarre Raider football action. The Navarre Raider Quarterback Club is there to make it happen. Thanks, Navarre Raider Quarterback Club, for your support of your winning Navarre Raiders on IrishBillSports.com.
To everyone making time for life's best moments, let our team member Sandy share how Culver's is serving up Celebration by the Scoop.
Our rich and creamy fresh frozen custard makes every day a little bit sweeter. Enjoying a handcrafted treat with all the ooey gooey toppings you love? Now that's worth celebrating.
Come to Culver's and let us serve you a sweet treat to make every moment count. From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious.
You have just unlocked the door to the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension, a dimension of sound and of sight. You are moving into a land of both shadow and substance, of offense and defense. You have just crossed over into the Irish Bill Sports Zone.
Welcome back at the half where Catholic leads Navarre 24-0, opening night of the 2024 season. It's been all Catholic here in the first half. 205 yards of offense for Catholic, 10 yards for the Raiders in the first half, and none in the second quarter. So we knew going into this season offensively there would be a lot of growing going on, and we're seeing that tonight. But you got to stop when you do get those opportunities. You got to give yourselves a chance to overcome the mistakes that have happened in the first half.
Oh, most certainly. You can't be shooting yourself in the foot with high snaps and penalties that, against a good team like Catholic. I mean, their defense pressure combined with our young offensive line has not gotten either one of our quarterbacks any time to throw. And the one time they dropped their linebackers into coverage, our backup threw an interception. So, it's going to be a learning curve. But remember last year, Navarre lost a tough game in overtime to
the same Catholic team.
Yep. Then lost to Pine Forest. Started our season, 0-2, 0-3. And ended up in the playoffs. So
came back and won 7 straight games to go to 7-2 before the loss to Niceville. Then the eventual loss to Bartram Trail in the playoffs. But you have to start somewhere. And the nice thing about starting this way, Bob, is the only way to go is up. And Navarre should be getting the ball to start the second half, if I remember right.
Correct. They started the game with an onside kick trying to surprise Catholic. Almost did. Recovered a muff punt. That was critical. We didn't get at least 3 points from that. Navarre cheerleader tried to do a backflip, and she didn't get all the way around. And we didn't even get 3 points from it. So, Catholic is a very good team. They ran into Walton last year in the playoffs.
They took out Walton in the play. They lost to Walton during the season right here, and then came back in the playoffs and knocked off Walton. Before they went on to play Bradford in the state semi-state, and they lost in overtime to Bradford. If anybody knows about high school football in the state of Florida, especially in that area of the northern part of Florida, Bradford is one of the toughest places to play. Offensively, they won't kill you. They won't kill you with speed, but what they do is on defense. They limit the last couple of years, they've been one of the top defenses in the state of Florida, and they made it to the state finals last year before getting beat in the state finals. I believe it was to Coco, But anyways, 3 picks for Sumter, South Sumter tonight against Niceville. So 21-21 that game in the second half. Niceville got up early 21-7. And we got a score from over in Crestview. Crestview all over Milton, 34-7 in the second half.
I said Milton leading American Heritage. That's either a different Milton team.
It's Milton, Georgia.
Georgia, yeah.
They're the Eagles.
And I knew that the old rivalries, that goes back a ways. Milton and Crestview.
Just Highway 90.
Just down yonder, yeah.
Just down yonder.
Yeah. 21-7. On the field, one of the greatest marching bands in Northwest Florida, constant superiors everywhere they go. The Navarre High School.
I look back when the Navarre Raider band started, and they had maybe 20 or 25 kids out there. But the way it is now, they stretch from the 30 on down to the 22-yard line. So they've done a great job building the band here at Navarre. And because to me, Friday Night Lights is nothing without the band. And I love the bands at halftime because they add to the – and you can see them on our camera at halftime. We got the camera on the field as Navarre gets ready to perform.
About 75 kids. 75 to 80 kids.
Let me go ahead and talk for a second, Bob.
Speaking of bands, the Marching Chiefs, or at least part of the Marching Chiefs, will be have gone over to Dublin for the football game. I think they just brought the juniors and seniors over. X number of allocation, I guess. That ball game is set for 11 a.m. our time. Florida State and Georgia Tech from Dublin. Don't need to listen to me, just listen to the strains of the Navarre Raider Band.
Running clock over at Crestview, 42-7, 3:28 in the third. Sumter has come back to take a 28-21 lead at Niceville. Like I said, Sumter ranked number 14 in the state. Solid program down there, South Sumter.
Tough place to play at Niceville.
Navarre Raider Marching Band doing their halftime show here at Catholic High. opening night of the 2024 season. Irish Bill with Seminole Bob, back for year 5 together. Riley Travis joining us for his second year. We appreciate Riley. He's the one giving you all the great the video there. And we've got kind of a packed house up here on the roof. Channel 3, where 3 TVs up here. The Navarre Raider managers that are filming on Huddle are up here. The other side is all packed with cameras and media members.
You know, elevators have weight limits. I wonder if this roof has a weight limit. On my side, it better.
I'm pretty sure it's a brick foundation, so I'm sure we're pretty safe up here, Bob. If you didn't get a chance to, Navarre had their pep rally on Wednesday night.
Sure did.
Out on Navarre Beach. It was a great time had by all. As the fans got to see production from the band, the cheerleaders, the dance team. They got to meet the Navarre players. The starting lineups were introduced by their respective coaches. A second annual pep rally here at Navarre. And Raider Riley's sister in the bottom left there in the Navarre band. I thank Ursula Householder, Mike Householder checking in tonight. Ursula's now semi-retired, so she's going to step away, and we can't thank Ursula enough for being a sponsor on Irish Bill Sports and Navarre Raider football, I believe, for the last 9-10 years. We appreciate you, Ursula, and all that you've done. And
Hubby joins us. Buckeye. Is it Buckeye Mike?
Buckeye Mike
joins us either on the camera or on the.
Every once in a while.
Yep.
Congratulations, you had the QR code malfunctioned there for a short period of time, but it is now up and running. You can also Venmo direct.
Your 2 kickers for Navarre out there on the field getting ready to warm up for the second half. Fugate took care of the first half duties. I think Jack Byer's going to get the second half. That kick is up and through. Nice kick there by Jack Byer, the sophomore. And Kate Fugate is the other kicker for Navarre. He's number 48. He's a junior. They both drill field goals through the uprights from 35 yards out.
I understand that JV and freshmen played this week.
They did. They played Catholic at home.
And they did not fare so well.
Not so well. Fugate trying to get in one more kick here before the Raiders start to come out to warm up here in the second half. Nice little breeze kicking off on a beautiful Friday night just off W Street in downtown Pensacola here. Seminole Bob, Irish Bill, Raider Riley out here on the call. First of 10 weeks we'll be out here. Our off week is September 6th, I believe. Mm-hmm. And so we'll come off that. We'll have a game next Friday, Labor Day weekend. Mm-hmm. Then we're off the following week. If you want to catch some football tomorrow night, head on down to Gulf Breeze, having a Saturday night game as they host South Walton tomorrow night. I believe a 7 o'clock kickoff tomorrow night. And college football kicks off tomorrow. Your team's playing tomorrow, aren't they?
Yes, sir.
Luck of the Irish?
They're playing in Dublin. I think
and
they call
Irish
this
eyes are shining.
I think they call this week 0.
I don't like that term.
-1, week -1.
Just call it a kickoff classic. I don't like week 0. There's no such thing as week 0. 0 is nothing. We have football. That's not nothing. That's not nothing. That's not anything.
You remember when the 2 big basketball tournaments were NIT and the NCAA championship, right?
Yes.
They have now the NIT Tip-Off Classic. I'm like, wait a minute. Don't mess with my mind.
Well, I'm going to share a story with you, Bob. Well, it's not really my story. I remember when the NIT was the important tournament.
Yep.
Back in the 60s and the 70s.
Right.
It was the 70s where the NCAA tournament kind of took hold and ventured off. Originally it was 32 teams. And then it's expanded to 64 and 68. And they're even talking about expanding it again, which I dislike.
Just let everybody in.
Don't change just to change.
Give everybody a trophy. Make a purpose. Make a purpose, in other words.
Yeah, so the NIT was the tournament at the end of the season, the premier tournament. And
they played at the Garden.
Madison Square Garden. One of the biggest stages of college basketball. Madison Square. But that's just a little tidbit of information there for you. Raiders warming up on the south end of the end zone. Here as we get ready to start the second half. Catholic out on the north side in their green jerseys with bright yellow numbers. Yellow helmets, C's on the side. Navarre wearing their maroon pants, white jersey, maroon numbers. Black Raider on the side of their black helmet. 24-0 Catholic here. Let's take another quick commercial break. 24-0 Catholic on IrishvilleSports.com and Irishville Sports Live on YouTube. We'll be right back.
To everyone who loves Culver's, the feeling is mutual. I'm Nicole from Culver's of Cross Plains, Wisconsin. And when I'm serving you a Butterburger, I'm just as happy as you are. I almost get giddy when I hear the sizzle of our fresh beef on the grill. Seeing that smile that comes from a meal made just right, some call it magic, but I like to call it love at first bite. Stop in for a cook-to-order Butterburger and let us make Culver's your happy place.
From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious.
Navarre Fitness is where old school meets new. Whether you're into free weights or the latest and greatest weightlifting equipment, they will meet your needs. They have cardio machines as well if you want to get your sweat on. Whatever direction you decide to go, trainers Clay Horton, Brick Grubbs, Andrew Coase, and Stephanie Hunt will be there to assist you along the way. So what are you waiting for? Oh yeah, how do I join? Just go to navarrefitness.net and check out our rates or call us at 850-816-5434. You can even stop by our location at 8700B Navarre Parkway in Navarre. You can also visit our sister gym, Midway Fitness, at 5660 Gulf Breeze Parkway, Unit 1. Both facilities are open 24/7. We are the place to go to get you started on the road to a better you. University Lending Group, located in Harvest Village, is Navarre's local mortgage lender. A buying, building, or refinancing a dream home is in your future. You need to contact University Lending Group. Jennifer Gomes, Stacy Wright, and Sheila Billingham are the loan specialists who have the experience to take you step by step to make your buying, building, or refinancing experiences smooth. So University Lending at 752 Navarre Parkway, Suite 56, or call us at 850-396-0322.
Irishville Sports broadcast of Navarre Raider football. Here's your host and the voice of Raider Nation, Irishville. And here come the Raiders.
Welcome back to Catholic High School. Ready for second half action between Navarre and Catholic. We have to do one correction to one of the names on our roster. It's actually Brody Delegati Bird. Thank you, Cynthia Villanova, who's watching up in Boston as she's up in Rhode Island for a wedding this weekend.
She always goes to weddings.
I know. You never schedule weddings during football season. That's an unwritten rule. Isn't it?
It is.
There's 35 other weeks during the year that you can schedule one.
But no,
why
no,
not during football season?
25 other weeks because during high school.
Good point.
So I bet you Bill and son may be joining her.
Nope. 24-0 Catholic. Stanley gets foot on leather, and that one's going to go 1 yard deep in the end zone. And the Raiders will start out from their 20-yard line, 1st and 10. See who we're going to get at quarterback here in the third quarter for Navarre.
I saw where you showed me Niceville has tied up in the fourth quarter.
Now I'm getting chastised by Cynthia for saying he can't get married. Come on. It's football season. We're joking with you there, Cynthia.
We know who runs that family, though.
Yeah.
And it ain't Tom Brady.
1st and 10 Raiders. Lowe back in at quarterback here to start the second half. I believe that's number 19. It is. The handoff right up the middle. New running back in there is Curtis Sanders. And he's going to get 3 yards, bring up 2nd and 7. First carry on the season for Curtis. Powers to the far side. Hamlin to the near side. 2 receivers in for the Raiders. Double H-back set with Crowder and Helton. Sanders to the left of Travis Lowe. 2nd and 7, Navarre. Another high snap. All the way back to the 5-yard line.
Penalty flag on the play.
There's a flag at the line of scrimmage.
That has to be on the defense.
Maybe we're going to wait for the call here. I think it's going to be against Navarre because the umpire is looking over the sideline, say you're going to accept it or you're going to decline it. Or decline it, and it's going to move the ball all the way back to the 6.
I thought if there was a fumble, holding was allowed. I don't know. Ugh.
They need to get out to the 30-yard line. So it's 3rd and 24 for the Raiders to start the second half.
Little wide receiver screen on a quick release.
Another high snap, the handoff to Sanders. It gets to the outside, breaks 1 tackle, and there's another penalty down on the far side as Sanders gets out to the 12, a 6-yard gain. Let's see what the flag's going to be here, Bob. Holding against the Raiders. I'm sure that they will decline it and make it 4th down. So the Raiders will send out the punt team. Raiders struggling to get anything going on the offensive side of the ball. Jacob Bishop back from his end zone. What a heads-up play by Bishop as he drops the ball and picks it up and still gets it away. And a 33-yard punt out to the 45-yard line. Great heads-up play by Jacob Bishop. You say, Bill, it was only a 33-yarder, but if you saw the action.
Oh, yeah.
There's a high snap. He drops it. He regains his composure and gets it away, a 33-yard punt. Catholic will start out at their 45-yard line of Navarre. 24-0 Catholic on top here at Catholic High. What a solid first half for Huff. 11-14, 166, 2 touchdowns. 5 receiver set here.
Screen.
I got a little screen play to Nigel. Actually, that's C.J. Nettles before he is taken down by Curtis Sanders. Gain of 17. Nettles' first catch on the night for 17 yards. First and 10, Crusaders at the Raider 28. Just underway here in the second half, 9:35 to go. It's a...
There's a hold right there. How come they don't... There it is.
For the center judge, comes out and throws it. That's a pretty good pass by the center judge. He threw that about 15 yards.
No, the center judge is the name of the guy in the NFL. That's a back judge.
Back judge. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Referee. The pass went to number 13, Caden Jasso. And they're going to mark off 10 yards from the spot of the foul, all the way back to the 34.
That was called by the Raider bench. And it was obvious when you have 2 guys throwing it.
It's going to bring up first and about 16. Huff back to pass. He's going to complete the pass inside the 30 down to the 27 to Keegley. Gain of 7. Going to bring up second and 9. Spotted at the Raider 27. Make it, yep, second and 9. Clock down to 8:42 to go here in the third quarter. 24-0 Catholic on top. Huff back to pass again. He's going to roll out to his right. He tried to find Robeson down here on the near sideline. It just goes off of his hands. Nice sportsmanship there by Cooper Black to help him up. And it's going to bring up third and 9.
This is where Navarre has had problems in the third down conversions. I'm not sure they've stopped Catholic.
No punts for Catholic tonight. So third and 9 for the Crusaders at the Raider 27. Nettles in the backfield to the right of Huff. Huff rolls out to his right. Almost intercepted here on the near side by Zeke Burgess. It's going to fall incomplete and bring up fourth and 9.
Yeah, Navarre changed up their defense that time, went with 3 down linemen, and their end stood up.
And
spread out.
Are we going to see Mr. Stanley again? Yep, this one's going to be a little bit longer. The last one was from 24 yards. This one is at the 27, back to the 34. This is going to be a 43-yard field goal for Stanley.
Saw him warming up. He's got the leg.
Left-footed kicker from Catholic High, Harrison Stanley. Delay a game against Catholic. It's going to back him up 5, so this will going to back him up 5. Make this 5 yards longer, and I think he still has the leg.
Fake here?
Be a 49-yard attempt, which would have been a Navarre record if Navarre was kicking this. It is a 49-yard field goal attempt from Harrison Stanley. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, and I don't think it's long enough. Just short. And the Raiders will take over on the field goal. The thing in high school football in the state of Florida, on the kick, it goes back to the 20, does it not?
I should know this.
And I am correct. They're spotting the ball at the 20-yard line. So it doesn't really hurt you to attempt that field goal, Bob.
Right.
$24-0 is your score. 8:20 to go. Here in the third quarter, 24-0. Navarre in a 24-0 hole. First and 10 for the Raiders. Travis Lowe staying in. Hopefully, we haven't seen Roman Marshall. Wonder if. Oh, I'm not going to speculate. I think we just had a change in the second quarter with Travis.
Sideline warning against Navarre.
First and 10 for the Raiders from their 20. Andre Spence in at running back. He gets the handoff. He's going to get close to back to the line of scrimmage. He's going to lose one. Bring up 2nd and 11. Navarre's still looking for their first completed pass of the season.
Do they have a first down, Bill?
They do not. Our Raiders looking for their first down. Right now they only have 18 yards of offense. And he fumbles the ball on the scamper. And Catholic's going to come up with their 4th takeaway. And great field possession once again for Catholic. Fourth turnover of the game for Navarre.
Well, last year's game was back and forth, you know. And just totally different this year.
First and 10 for Catholic at the Raider 14. They take the short field once again with 7:25 on the clock. The handoff to Nettles. Breaks one tackle, spins out to his left. And a nice tackle there on the outside by Zeke Burgess and Andre Spence. Not before Nettles gets a 3-yard gain.
Boy, he just has such great moves, especially when he bounces it outside, you know. Keeps that head up.
2nd and 7 for Catholic at the Raider 11. As we venture down to 6:45 on the clock here in the third. 24-0 Catholic on top. Here opening week of the regular season, Florida high school football. Nettles cuts to the inside, then jukes to the outside. Goes in from 11 yards out. And the score has reached 30-0 at the 6:33 mark. Eleven-yard run by Nettles. His second touchdown on the night. Stanley in for the extra point. Kick is good. Stretches the lead out to 31.
Not too many times in the last 5 years have I seen Navarre at the verge of a running clock.
Against them.
Against them, yeah.
Wow. kind of speechless right now, Bob.
Yep.
No first downs. No completed passes. 18 yards of offense through 2.5 quarters.
You know, take nothing away from Catholic.
Oh, no.
I mean,
probably the best team in the Panhandle. I know that's a big statement, but I truly believe it.
Yeah, I mean, with their schedule, they have, the potential to run the table.
$31-0 here with 6:33 to go in the third quarter. Stanley doing all the kicking duties tonight for Catholic. 1 for 2 in field goals. 4 for 4 on extra points right now. The ball goes into the end zone for a touchback in the state of Florida. If the ball crosses the line into the end zone, it is a touchback, and the receiving team gets the ball at the 20-yard line.
Great weapon to have.
His second touchback on the night. Once again, we'd like to thank Athletic Director and Coach Richard Labounty for letting us come over and do the game tonight.
Absolutely.
1st and 10 Raiders from their 20. Andre Spence in the backfield to the left of Travis Lowe. 1st and 10 Navarre from their 20.
Those high snaps just break up all synchronization and timing on the plays.
Yeah. I don't know what the flag was.
Holding against Navarre.
It's going to be a loss of 6 back to the 14. It's going to bring up 2nd and 16 for the Raiders. Hand off to Spence. He's going to get 3 of those yards back out to the 17. It's going to bring up 3rd and 14. Navarre will be at home next Friday night as they will host Choctaw. Choctaw on the road into Alabama this week, taking on the reigning state 5A champions in Alabama, Gulf Shores. Big run by Spence. He's running angry out to the 26, where he gets 9 yards back. Will bring up 4th down. Navarre's biggest play of the game so far. A 9-yard gain. We see Jacob Bishop back out here. Fifth punt of the night for the Raiders. Low punt.
Billy Villanova.
Tried to push the runner in.
Tried to body slam the player down. A little frustration there. Well, I don't know. Is that illegal?
I'm not sure. I know it's not in the pros because I saw it happen last night in the Bears game where they pushed a guy into the ball on a kick, on a punt, and in the NFL it's legal. Not sure about high school. Catholic will get great field position at the Raider 46 after the 20-yard punt. Good question, Robert.
I still can't get over that.
31-0, Catholic on top. Huff mishandles the snap and a sack in the backfield for Easy Gasca. All the way back to the 49 of Catholic, a 5-yard loss on the sack by Easy Gasca.
Is his brother playing also?
I'm not sure.
For Navarre?
I only have one Gasca on my roster.
Unless they have a different name.
2nd and 15 for Catholic at their own 49. And they bottle up Nettles in the backfield for another loss. This time it's Rowan Strom with the tackle for loss. A loss of 3 on Nettles.
Well, one way to look at it, unless they absolutely have to, Catholic is not going to throw. This could be a passing situation.
Huff rolls out to his right. He tries to find on a crossing pattern across the middle was Donnell Gully, but it's going to fall incomplete and bring up 4th down. Actually, that was number 3, Tristan Keegley.
The big tight end. Nettles flirted with the line of scrimmage there on the throw. This, I believe,
their
is
first punt.
You're
right. You're correct, Robert.
Their first punt.
Senor Roberto. And Harrison Stanley is doing the punting duties as well. That's a high end over end. Beautiful punt.
Yep.
It's going to bounce inside the 20 and all the way into the end zone. Should be a touchback.
Part of his body touched the end zone. That should be a touchback.
He's going to mark it at the 1, just outside the goal line. And Vinny Villanova is being helped off the field on the far side. Looks like a cramp.
Yep.
"52-yard punt for Stanley. And the Raiders are backed up to their 1-yard line. 1st and 10.
Fortunately, we don't have instant replay except in the semifinals and finals.
Is it the ball that I think the body can cross the line? It's where the ball's at. So that's probably the right call. Navarre's going to take a timeout with 2:55 to go here in the third. 31-0 Catholic on top. You're listening to Navarre Raider football on IrishBillSports.com. Irish Bill Sports live on YouTube. Seminole Bob, the color analyst. Irish Bill, your play-by-play, and Raider Riley on the camera.
The sky is blue, the grass is green.
Oh, my. Oh, dear.
Oh, dear.
2:51 on the clock here in the third. And we got have a TV timeout. TV timeout. I forget channel we're on. Channel 35.
Navarre called timeout, but they may have combined it. You're right.
And that's going to be a safety on the high snap. At the 2:46 mark.
Mater Academy Charter scores 82 tonight against Somerset Academy from Silver Palms, 82-2.
Wow.
Yeah, a game like this, coaches usually meet the next day or on Sunday after church.
I think they all need to go to church on Sunday.
On Sunday, we go to church. This would be something as a coach, you may just want to not even watch it and say, ask the kids, you tell me what went wrong. Can you have an onside kick on a safety?
Yeah, but you don't want to give them any better field position than they've been getting already. Jack Byer for the kick. A directional kick that's going to come down. His knees down.
Good job.
At the 37.
White Hat was looking for it.
43-yard directional kick for Jack Byer. Catholic will be starting from their 37-yard line with 2:23 to go here in the third, up 33-0.
Looks like Niceville pulled it out, Bill, 35-28.
Wow, what a game. Starts the season.
According to the Pick Wizard.
First and 10. Ryan Huff still in there for Catholic. Passing down, another screen play to C.J. Nettles in the Raider territory down to the 43.
So you stand over a man and say, hey, I got a first down, and Karma says you got a cramp in your calf.
Well, you know how I feel about all the celebrating and everything.
When you make a big play out in the open, that's one thing. But when you're standing over a man and do that, why isn't that a penalty?
I know. I remember a few years ago when one of our players did that after, I think it was Braden Brown last year, B.B. Brown.
Yeah.
And he got called for a 15-yard penalty.
And if you know BP, he's not a flash in your face guy. He's
not at all.
Lunch bucket.
And he's playing over at Stetson this year.
Yep.
He's a freshman for the Stetson Hatters.
The Hatters.
My nephew Robert Bruce played for the Hatters in baseball years ago.
Robert the Bruce?
Yep. He's now living in Branson, Missouri.
Huff still in at quarterback.
New running back in there. Big tackle by Rowan Strom. It's going to be a 3-yard gain. The new running back in there is number 20, and that is Caleb Willoughby.
Vinny's still cramping up.
Willoughby. There you go. 3rd and 7 for the Crusaders at the Raider 40. As we're down under a minute to go here in the third. 33-0 Catholic on top of Navarre.
Expecting a pass here. Navarre adds a nickel back.
Huff back to pass.
False start.
Going to back him up 5 yards. That's one. The only thing that Catholic has done a lot of this game
penalties.
is penalties. That's their 8th penalty on the night. Going to back it up 3rd and 12.
Navarre has more penalty yards than total yards. Sorry. It's just frustrating for fans, as I'm sure it's even more frustrating.
Well, I'm seeing it in our live chat. And it's going to be 3rd and 12, but they will not get the snap off as we have reached the end of the third quarter. We're going to head into the fourth with Catholic up 33-0 on Navarre. And let's head out to commercial break. We'll be right back.
University Lending Group, located in Harvest Village, is Navarre's local mortgage lender. A buying, building, or refinancing a dream home is in your future. You need to contact University Lending Group. Jennifer Gomes, Stacy Wright, and Sheila Billingham are the loan specialists who have the experience to take you step by step to make your buying, building, or refinancing experiences smooth. So University Lending at 752 Navarre Parkway, Suite 56, or call us at 850-396-0322.
Correction, BB is not playing football at Stetson. He is cheering at Alabama. So,
wow.
Chose to go another direction. Thank you. Cynthia is just a fountain of information. She's involved.
She is.
She's it. She's got it. Whatever it is, I don't know.
Yeah, well.
No, I'm joking.
The success of that family, the beauty and the brains. Cynthia, is this another niece that's getting married? I hope not the same one.
I think it's a nephew.
Nephew. Okay.
Nephew. They're getting married in Rhode Island, if I remember right.
I was hoping it wasn't the niece getting remarried, the one that got married last year. So that's good. Just kidding. Ryan Huff still in the game. A little surprise here, Bill.
We got a 3rd and 12 situation here for Catholic from the Raider 45 as we start the fourth quarter. Pine Forest 19, PHS 6. The handoff up the middle. Short of the first down by about 5 yards. Nice run by Willoughby.
They put Vinny out on coverage and moved him from the middle spot, which was curious.
And that's going to bring out Harrison Stanley for his second punt on the night. little surprised here, but they do have a 33-point lead, so chance to work on your coffin corner punts.
True.
Beautiful high punt. It's going to bounce in. It's going to be returned by Marquez White. Out over the 10, out to about the 14-yard line. A 7-yard punt return for White on a kind of a risky play there, Bob.
Absolutely.
Second punt of the night. White's going to get up, limping a little bit, but he's going to find his way to the sideline.
So tell me about Notre Dame football. We know about
team. Texas A&M first week road trip. Get by that one. Sign us up for the CFP.
Think so.
I do.
Well, they're allowing more teams in.
Yep.
Tell me about the Notre Dame swim team, men's swim team.
That was a short race. Handoff up the gut. Back to the line of scrimmage. Is Sanders. Actually, he's going to lose 2 on the play. Second and 12 for the Raiders from their 12. Raiders still looking for their first completed pass on the night. Travis Lowe in the shotgun. The handoff to Sanders. He gets the yardage back that he lost, +1. So give him a 3-yard gain and bring up 3rd and 9.
Well, you know, the last several years, Jay Walls is an offensive guru, right? So he was calling the offense. This year, it's kind of the opposite, kind of the Coach Saban, where you have a head coach who's a defensive specialist. And so one of their offensive coaches has taken over play calling on offense. Fumble on the play.
Going to lose 3 yards back. Raiders Spence recovers his own fumble. Yeah, I'm looking for Riley Leonard to have a big season. Coach Brimfield just brought that up on the live chat. That was a great pickup for the Navarre, Notre Dame picking up Riley Leonard from Duke.
Yeah.
Jacob Bishop back to punt out of his own end zone. He looks like one of my 9-iron shots as he shanks it to the right. But it is going to get some yardage out at the end of the field. Let's see where they're going to spot the ball at. He's still walking. He's still walking. He's still walking. They said, get out of my way so I can spot the ball. 45-yard line. Raiders were back under 12, so that's a 33-yard punt.
I had a friend played at the same golf course you did over in Defuniak. It was their 50th or 75th
Indian Springs,
anniversary.
I believe it is.
107-degree heat index when they played. And
hopefully they've gotten some carts out there delivering refreshments, because when we played over there,
no water.
There was no water at all.
No, and no ice.
Yeah, you could charge the cheaper rates, but the people are going to die on you. I don't think they'll be coming back.
New quarterback in the game for Catholic.
It's going to be a 5-yard gain for Willoughby. 2nd and 5.
Coach Greiner, our golf coach and tech coach.
It's not a bad course.
107. He said, I asked him if he had a beverage or two. He said, no, I just drank lots of water and immersed my arms in their ice cooler they had.
Probably a smart move.
Yeah.
Blaze Madre.
Yep.
Madre.
The
handoff to
Whoa,
Willoughby.
nice play.
Tackle by Rowan Strom. He gets back to the line of scrimmage. Let's see who the flag's going to be against.
Holding on the offense. Back him up. Well, that's a stat that Catholic's not going to be proud of. I mean, you expect penalties early on.
33-0 Catholic on top. But they're going to move the ball back to the midfield stripe. 9th penalty of the night against Catholic. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 15. Hand off to Willoughby. He's going to get to the outside before he breaks one tackle. Tackled there by Chase Moses.
You know, Navarre all night long on defense, Bill, has been at the point of attack. They've had hands on the running back in the backfield and just not been able to wrap up. And the runners from Catholic are running hard, running through tackles, and then they bounce it outside, and that's where they've been getting a lot of their yardage on the ground as 2nd and 3rd attempts.
So it's going to bring up 3rd and 8 for the Crusaders at the Raider 43-yard line. Madre in at quarterback for Catholic. What a great night for Ryan Huff. And speaking of great plays, there's one by Easy Gaskin to stand him up. And Vinny Villanova and Bryce Wheeler finish him off.
Bryce Wheeler's had a great game, Bill.
This
so
kid,
Vinny.
I was talking with Paul, and Paul says this young man is so smart.
We're talking about Bryce
Marty
Wheeler.
Wilson said this guy is so smart. He could play linebacker, but he loves playing the D-line.
Bryce
Wheeler.
Yeah. I was going to say, I hope Paul would say that about his son, but he was talking about Bryce Wheeler.
There's actually Marty Wilson, not Paul.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
It's going to bring up 4th down. We're going to see Stanley once again. That one's off the side of his foot. And he goes down looking for a penalty, doesn't get it. Either that or he's frustrated with himself. 6-yard line, what a beautiful punt. 39 yards inside to the 6-yard line.
Why is he frustrated with a kick like that?
Maybe he didn't get it to the 1. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, Bill, it's been a great night except for the scoreboard. Too many crooked numbers for the wrong team. It's great to be back, and I appreciate all the love and the driving. The Grant family's the car down, and you've been chauffeuring me around.
No worries.
I appreciate that. Last week, this
week.
week.
Shared a dinner at Chick-fil-A and Gulf Breeze on the way out.
We did.
And what I was worried about going in with the new Wi-Fi system this year was I don't have to worry.
Well, knock wood.
Yes,
Game
indeed.
1.
Okay, 1st and 10 for the Raiders from their own 6. They haven't had the best of.
Whoops, I pushed something.
They haven't had the best of field position here in the 2nd half.
No, we haven't.
17 yards of offense for the Raiders. Travis Lowe, I believe, is still in at quarterback.
I mean, at this point, why don't you run the Wildcat?
It looks like they might be. I'm trying to see what numbers in the backfield here for Navarre. They are running Andre Spence out of the Wildcat, or as they call it, the Black Pearl.
Right.
First and 10 for Navarre from the 6. He's going to be a keeper and a lead block. Nice block out there by his lead back, Curtis Sanders. He's going to get out over the 10. He's coming up with a little bit of cramping going on. Going to spot the ball at the 11, a gain of 5 for Spence. Seen a lot of cramping going on tonight, Bob.
Whole lot of cramping going on.
Going to bring Travis Lowe back in.
And
haven't seen Roman Marshall since the first quarter. I hope that he's okay.
Yeah.
Second and 5 for Navarre from the 11. The handoff to Sanders, and that is the Raiders' first down
of the game.
Of the game.
Yeah. Wow.
Out to the 21. A gain of 10 for Sanders. And the Raiders' first down and their longest play of the game. Sorry, I got a little excited there. First and 10 Raiders from the 21. Lowe back in at quarterback. Sanders to his left. Sanders is going to pick it up and just fall on it. Having a lot of troubles with that the snap there, Bob, tonight.
Yeah, and I think they have the reserve center in, too. I was watching pregame warm-ups, and they had both the starting center and the backup taking snaps when they were doing their warm-up throws.
So it's going to be second and a long 12 for the Raiders from their 19. Sanders in the backfield to the right of Travis Lowe. Another high snap.
Jeez.
That's going to snap it all the way back inside the 10, back to the 7. That's going to bring up third and a country mile.
You think Garrett Bagley's going to get any sleep tonight?
No, I don't think he's going to sleep a wink tonight. Because I know the perfectionist that he is.
He is, yeah. Yeah.
And it's going to be third and let's call it 24. The handoff to Sanders, and he tripped over that turf monster at the 10 again.
That's 2 tackles for the turf monster.
7-yard gain. That will bring out the Raiders' punt team. Easy's brother is a freshman. Thank you, Chrissy Flanagan, for that information. He's on the freshman team.
But they have the 6-quarter rule, so he played 4 quarters. Technically, he could, if he was on the traveling squad, play 2 quarters.
Another punt to the 45. That's a 34-yard punt. For Jacob Bishop. Seven punts on the night. So first and 10 for Catholic at the Raider 45. That's like the 4th or 5th time they've started at our 45. The handoff to Willoughby. He gets to the outside, runs into his own blocker. And the tackle is by number 56, new into the ball game there. That's Michael Schwanner on the tackle. Willoughby with a 3-yard gain, 2nd and 7. Ryan Huff finishes night 15 of 21, 219 yards and 2 touchdowns. Willoughby on the carry. He jukes one. He gets to the outside. Gets by Zeke Burgess. He's going to move it all the way down to the 31. It's going to be a gain of 11 for Willoughby and a Catholic first down. Down to the Raider 31. Actually call it the 32.
The producer/director says you should be chauffeuring me around.
You are my elder. I guess I'll take care of you. Just like Notre Dame will take care of Florida State when they come visiting later in the year.
They could be.
And he's just going to take a knee.
We'll see how the new quarterback for Florida State works.
And the new quarterback for Notre Dame.
DJ
Uiagalelei.
Ukulele.
It's Uiagalelei.
Okay.
You call him ukulele.
Ukulele. I'm just, excited for high school, college, and, pro football to start. Not a good start for Navarre. Too many crooked numbers, too many penalties, too many high snaps, stuff like that. You got to get cleaned up. I mean, the center starts to play, and if you can't get it to your quarterback, delay game. Good sign of sportsmanship by Matt Adams.
Their 10th penalty of the night. That's one thing they have to clean up going into next week. So it's going to be 2nd and 19. And they're just going in the victory formation. And the clock goes down to 1 minute. We're in the final minute of play here on opening night. Our Catholic with a comfortable 33-0 lead over Navarre.
It's been a while, a moon while. Navarre has been shut out.
In fact, I got my stats here. You know I do.
A moon while. I don't know if that's a real word.
Moon while. Last time they were shut out. I'm still looking, Bob. Wow. I'm still looking. 2013 when they got beat at home to Niceville 26-0. 2013, it's been 11 years since the Raiders been shut out. But they're going to get shut out on this night. Your final, Catholic 33, Navarre 0. We're going to hear from our sponsors and thank them for allowing us to bring you this broadcast here tonight from Catholic High. Here's a word from our sponsors.
To everyone who loves Culver's, the feeling is mutual. I'm Nicole from Culver's of Cross Plains, Wisconsin. And when I'm serving you a Butterburger, I'm just as happy as you are. I almost get giddy when I hear the sizzle of our fresh beef on the grill. Seeing that smile that comes from a meal made just right, some call it magic, but I like to call it love at first bite. Stop in for a cook-to-order Butterburger and let us make Culver's your happy place.
From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious.
Navarre Fitness is where old school meets new. Whether you're into free weights or the latest and greatest weightlifting equipment, they will meet your needs. They have cardio machines as well if you want to get your sweat on. Whatever direction you decide to go, trainers Clay Horton, Brick Grubbs, Andrew Coase, and Stephanie Hunt will be there to assist you along the way. So what are you waiting for? Oh yeah, how do I join? Just go to navarrefitness.net and check out our rates or call us at 850-816-5434. You can even stop by our location at 8700B Navarre Parkway in Navarre. You can also visit our sister gym, Midway Fitness, at 5660 Gulf Breeze Parkway, Unit 1. Both facilities are open 24/7. We are the place to go to get you started on the road to a better you. University Lending Group, located in Harvest Village, is Navarre's local mortgage lender. Buying, building, or refinancing a dream home is in your future. You need to contact University Lending Group. Jennifer Gomes, Stacy Wright, and Sheila Billingham are the loan specialists who have the experience to take you step by step to make your buying, building, or refinancing experiences smooth. So University Lending at 752 Navarre Parkway, Suite 56, or call us at 850-396-0322.
A strong work ethic takes pride in a job well done. This is the kind of person you need. Express Employment Professionals can help because we understand what it takes to hire the right person. It takes real people, real interviews. We find good people, matching the right skills with the right jobs from the production floor to the front office. Express knows jobs. Get to know Express. Go to expresspros.com to find a location near you.
The hustle isn't named after anyone, not after a designer, definitely not after a mythological god. It's not about stripes or ranking or status. The hustle is real. The hustle is about you. So keep in mind when you're repping and rocking Hustle Hard USA streetwear, you can tell all the onlookers that this mark, this brand represents your hustle, your grind. You put in that time, that sweat, that pain. Now it's up to you to show them all what you got. Win or lose, the hustle is real. Go to www.hustlehardusa.com and I can guarantee you will not be disappointed. Great teams have great support. The Navarre Raiders have one of the best support organizations, the Navarre Raider Quarterback Club. All the members see to it that the Raiders have all available necessities to keep the Raiders on track. Well, they're seeing to it that they are properly fed, have good transportation, are making sure that all Raider fans can hear all the exciting Navarre Raider football action. The Navarre Raider Quarterback Club is there to make it happen. Thanks, Navarre Raider Quarterback Club, for your support of your winning Navarre Raiders on IrishBillSports.com.
To everyone making time for life's best moments, let our team member Sandy share how Culver's is serving up Celebration by the Scoop.
Our rich and creamy fresh frozen custard makes every day a little bit sweeter. Enjoying a handcrafted treat with all the ooey gooey toppings you love? Now that's worth celebrating.
Come to Culver's and let us serve you a sweet treat to make every moment count. From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious.
Welcome back to Catholic High, where the Raiders were on the short end of a 33-0 loss here at Catholic. And we'll go ahead and select our players of the game, our Ian Lockwood player of the game. I think we're going to go with Ryan Huff from
most
Catholic.
Certainly. Yeah, most certainly.
Our offensive player of the game, running back from Catholic, C.J. Nettles.
Most certainly.
I'm going to go with the defensive line of Navarre as our defensive player of the game. The whole line. I know. They actually played well, had a couple of sacks.
Got it.
A couple of tackles for loss.
Got it.
And then our special teams player of the game, what a game he had. Harrison Stanley for Catholic on the night. 1 for 2 field goals, 4 for 4 extra points. His punting was downright beautiful. So your final 33-0. The road starts here. And hopefully the rough part of the road is behind us now.
Right.
And we'll get to the paved, smooth road as we go throughout the season.
Doesn't get any easier, just like last year when we ran into Pine Forest. We run into the Choctaw Indians. We don't know how they fared tonight, but we'll buckle the chin strap and lace up the shoes and get ready for another ball game, this time at the friendly confines of Bennett C. Russell Stadium on the campus of Navarre High School. We certainly hope you can join us in person for the first home game for head coach Garrett Bagley. If not, if you're in Sweden or England or
United Kingdom, join us, irishbillsports.com. Bill and I will have all the action. Our kickoff is what, 7:30? 7:30 next Friday night.
7:30. We'll be on
Bennett
the air.
C. Russell Stadium. We'll be on at 7 for the pregame.
And versus the Choctaw Indians. It's been a while since we played the Indians.
It has been a few years
since
we played Choctaw.
Looking forward to that. And the holy moly Big Green Indians make the trek down. Oh, yonder.
98.
Yeah, yonder.
Yonder ways.
Yonder ways, yeah.
There we go.
Just like the stadium announcer said tonight.
Well, I think they're ready for us to get up, down from this roof. So we're going to end it here. Navarre on the short end, 33-0. They'll be back at home next Friday night against Choctaw. Come out and cheer on your Raiders, because remember, folks, it's always greater to be a Raider. May the wind never be at your back. Until next Friday night from Bennett C. Russell Stadium. Be safe and take care.
God bless, Navarre.
Irish Bill, sign.